Welcome to the Future Lab, everyone. I'm your host, Matthew, and today we're tackling a truly exciting topic, the future of materials research. A recent paper, born from a U.S. National Science Foundation workshop, presents a groundbreaking vision for how AI and automation will revolutionize materials discovery. It's a subject close to my heart, and I think it'll be fascinating for all of you. We all know that the field of materials science is facing a huge challenge. We desperately need faster, cheaper, and more sustainable ways to develop new materials to address many of the urgent needs of our time. This paper lays out a potential roadmap for achieving this. It paints a picture of AI-driven labs that are capable of dramatically accelerating materials research. And, before we dive in, a quick note, this episode's script was partially generated using a sophisticated AI language model. It's a perfect illustration of how AI is transforming everything, including even podcast production. So, what's the roadmap for this episode? First, we'll give a high-level overview of the paper's core ideas. Then, we'll delve into the more technical details. Next up will be the real-world applications and what it all means for the field. Finally, we'll wrap things up with key takeaways and a glimpse into future possibilities. Sounds good? Let's get started then. The paper itself, titled Materials Laboratories of the Future for Alloys, Amorphous, and Composite Materials, presents a collaborative vision from many top researchers in the field. It really tackles the central problem of how we can speed up the discovery and use of new materials to solve major global challenges like climate change and the need for better technologies. The researchers' core idea is that future materials labs will be very different from those we have today. They envision labs that are highly automated and, crucially, driven by artificial intelligence. They found that AI and automation can address many of the current limitations in materials research, leading to much faster progress. Now, let's explore how exactly they suggest we can achieve this. So, let's get into the meat of this paper, Materials Laboratories of the Future for Alloys, Amorphous, and Composite Materials. It's a truly collaborative effort, bringing together many leading minds in materials science. The paper lays out a comprehensive vision for how we can integrate AI and automation into materials research. It's not just incremental improvement, it's a fundamental shift in how we approach the field. Why is this so important, you might ask? Well, materials science underpins so much of what we do. It's crucial for tackling global challenges like climate change and driving technological innovation. And the current rate of materials discovery just isn't fast enough. We need faster, cheaper, and more sustainable methods, hence the push toward materials genomics. This research directly addresses that need by showing how AI can dramatically speed things up. The core idea is really quite simple, yet profound. Future materials labs will look very different. They'll be highly automated, highly efficient, and completely AI-driven. The researchers found that AI and automation can overcome many of the current bottlenecks in experimentation and processing. This isn't just about making things faster, it's about unlocking entirely new possibilities. Think about it, the potential to design and create materials with unprecedented precision and efficiency. That's the promise held within this work. So, we have a vision of fundamentally different, highly automated, AI-driven labs. Now, let's get into the specifics of how this vision is being realized. Let's look at the detailed methods and technologies they propose. Now that we've established the overall vision, let's dive into the specifics of how this future is being planned for. The research started with a workshop, a fascinating approach in itself. 51 leading researchers from universities and national labs came together to brainstorm. They focused on 3 key material types: alloys, amorphous materials, and composites, covering a broad range of applications. Each participant was challenged to identify a major problem they'd like to solve in the next decade and the new tools required to achieve it. This is a great example of bottom-up research planning. The paper then outlines some truly ambitious technological advancements. We're talking real-time, atom-by-atom manipulation of materials. That's mind-blowing. Advanced in situ characterization techniques are also essential. Imagine being able to observe materials as they change, in real time, under various conditions. And then there's the development of sophisticated AI-driven, closed-loop experimentation. This involves designing systems that can automatically run experiments, analyze the results, and then adjust the next experiment based on what they've learned. Furthermore, we'll need multimodal analysis to get a complete picture of a material. This means combining data from multiple techniques to get a holistic view, bridging multiple length scales. Another key element is the use of multi-fidelity models, a mix of high precision and more approximate models used together to improve efficiency and guide experimental design. The real innovation here isn't any single technology, but the integration of all these technologies into a unified, autonomous laboratory. It's the idea of a completely self-driving lab, if you will, but, of course, there are significant challenges. Developing the necessary AI algorithms and hardware for in situ experiments is a major hurdle. And beyond the pure technology, there are issues of accessibility. Creating a truly open source environment and ensuring everyone has equitable access to these resources and training is just as vital as the technical work itself. This is what it will take to bring this vision to fruition. This all sets the stage for our next section where we can discuss the real-world applications of this exciting vision for the future. Now, let's move on to the exciting part, the real-world applications of this research. The potential is truly enormous. AI-driven materials labs could dramatically speed up the development of new materials across numerous sectors: energy, electronics, medicine, you name it. Faster development means faster solutions to some of the world's most pressing problems. This isn't just about incremental improvements, it's a fundamental shift in our approach. We're talking about moving beyond the traditional limitations of experimentation, opening up possibilities that were previously considered science fiction. For example, imagine a self-driving lab that could autonomously design, synthesize, characterize, and test thousands of new materials in a matter of days, rather than the years it often takes now. This paper brings that future much closer to reality. Think about the implications for energy research. We could accelerate the development of next-generation batteries, solar cells, and other technologies critical for a sustainable future. Or consider the possibilities for medicine. We could design and test new biomaterials and drug delivery systems at an unprecedented pace. The impact on healthcare could be revolutionary. This research isn't just about making existing processes more efficient. It's about unlocking new scientific discoveries. It's enabling a new level of materials design that was simply impossible before. This work truly changes how we envision materials science. It's not just about making small improvements, it's a fundamental paradigm shift that unlocks a world of new possibilities. Now let's turn to the final section, where we'll summarize our findings and look towards the future. Let's bring it all together. Today, we've explored a truly transformative vision for materials laboratories, autonomous, AI-driven facilities capable of groundbreaking discoveries. We've looked at the core ideas, some of the technical details, and, crucially, the real-world applications. We've seen how AI-driven closed-loop experimentation and advanced characterization techniques are set to change the game. The research strongly suggests that this transformation toward AI-driven materials science is entirely feasible. But, let's be realistic, it will demand significant investment. We need sustained investment in new infrastructure, powerful computing resources, robust data management systems, and, most importantly, a robust workforce development plan to ensure equitable access for everyone. While many questions remain unanswered, the future of materials science is incredibly promising. Imagine a future where materials are designed with atomic precision, synthesized and fully characterized on demand, and deployed in a completely sustainable way. That is the ultimate goal of the researchers, and the overall aim of the work we discussed today. The implications are huge and transformative. This work takes us a step closer to that reality. So, thank you for joining me on this episode of The Future Lab, the podcast exploring the exciting frontier of autonomous science. And remember, this episode's script was partially AI-assisted, a testament to the power of AI itself. Join us next time for another deep dive into how AI is transforming scientific research. Until then, stay curious.